Hello and welcome back to the Jacksonville Jaguars franchise. Week 13 NFL Player of the Week is Vince Young on the offensive side of the ball, and then Quentin Wilkes on the defensive side of the ball for the Titans and the Rams, respectively. Vince Young, 265 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, 55 on the ground, and 2 touchdowns. Keith Bulluck, 8 tackles for those San Diego Chargers, a sack, an interception, and a fumble recovery. We take on San Diego today. NFC side of things for the offense, it's Reggie Bush, 29 carries for $143, 6 receptions for 56 yards and 2 touchdowns. Mr. Do-It-All was doing it all in week 13. The Chargers, best player is a punter. Then you have a tight end, and then you have a fullback. Mormon, Gates, Griffin, all 99 overall. Ty Warren, left end, 98 overall. Keith Bulluck is a beast still, 97 overall. Olindo, Murray, Charles, Tillman, Ellis, Hobbs, Mike, Doss, Dansby. This team has made some nice room. Joseph Andrazi. We all know, I believe his brother was in the Twin Towers when it was coming down as a firefighter. I think 3 of his brothers, right? They all survived. Great story. Dante Culpepper is their quarterback. Their backup quarterback is Aaron Rodgers. I am thinking about doing a Packers franchise. Madden 06, Aaron Rodgers is a rookie. Still got Brett Favre. Or ESPN 2K5. I want to kind of jump back into 2K5. Obviously, Rodgers is not in that game. Don't feel like creating him either. So I'll probably have a new storyline there. I'm thinking about doing one. Let me know if you're interested in it. Packers 06, Packers 2K5. Let me know. Anyways, the Chargers, they beat the Chicago Bears last week. Ashley Lee, 4 receptions for 38 yards and 2 touchdowns. They held ex-Charger below 100 yards of Michael Turney. They run for 95, which is a pretty good clip, but he had 30 carries. So 30 carries, 95 yards, about 3.2 yards per carry, something like that, 3.1. I don't know. I'm no mathematician. For our season stats, Chris Sims, 2,014 yards for 14 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. And then, of course, our backup Harris has thrown for over 1,000 yards. Steven Jackson up over 1,000 yards, 10 touchdowns for him. When it comes to pass catches, Fitzgerald leads the way, 57 receptions, 919 receiving yards. Chad Jackson, 21 receptions and 5 touchdowns. That's a crazy clip. Just had 2 catches last week. We did get 7 guys the football last week. Absolutely phenomenal distribution by our quarterback, Chris Sims. And then, of course, Paul Pruitt has the most picks, followed by Murphy, Thomas, Williams, Johnson, Prescott, who had one last week, versus those Cleveland Browns. So we are all trying to catch those Tennessee Titans. Not just in the South, but in the whole AFC as they're on top. So we could be one of the best teams to not have a home playoff game if everything stays the way that it is. Can we beat San Diego? They come in at 8-4. Tennessee has not played just yet this week. They are 11-1. We obviously are 10-2. TJ Houshmandzadeh takes it up to the 25-yard line. And that's what Dante Culpepper will start his first drive as he finds Ashley Lee. He is their leading pass catcher with 64, now 65 reception. Charles Banks, one-time second-round pick. The Chargers got him as a free agent. So the team that drafted him, I do not know what team that was, because in the stat column it says NA because he ain't get no playing time, as Hayward gets in there for the takedown of Banks. So he is a free agent, second year out of Oregon, was a former second-round pick. Culpepper takes a shot deep. Antonio Gates. He's like, I wasn't even drafted, big homie, but I'm a Hall of Famer. Culpepper, 3 for 3 so far today. So Culpepper fakes it to the fullback, gives it to Charles Banks, gets away from Sims, but Hayward is there to clean him up. Hayward comes in with 12 sacks. Banks to the right side. This time Jermaine Sanders like, you're not going to get away from me, big homie. 3-man rush by the Jags, going to find Lind, and he is not going to pick up the first down. So we hold him to a 35-yard field goal attempt, and the attempt is good. So the Chargers strike first, 3-0. MJ deep from inside his own 5, up to the 15, to the 20, and brought down at around the 24-yard line. 2nd down and 7. Gonna get that thing to Steven Jackson. Steven Jackson has 1,005 yards rushing. Sims looking downfield. That pass caught by Jackson. Breaks a tackle, and he has been an impressive back out of the backfield. Last week, he caught a grand total of 4 catches for 27 yards. Week before that, he went for like 8 receptions for like almost 100 yards. There goes JJ up the gut, picks up a decent game. Back to Steven Jackson, sets up 3rd down and 3. Sims looking, Sims throwing it, gonna find Steven Jackson again. His pass catching alone might mess around and give him the MVP again, because he's up over 1,000 yards rushing, and he's like our second leading receiver, it seems like. First down and 10, we're going to give that thing back to Steven Jackson. This bully ball straight up the gut, 240 pounds of rhino meat for a gain of 4. We give it back to him here, and again he picks up a decent gain. And now Thompson, Jerome Thompson, who's second on the team in sacks, he's shaking up. So 2 tight ends, 1 back. We fake it to Jackson. We throw it to the flat. Caught by Mercedes Lewis. Last week, Chris Sims did not throw a single touchdown pass. He was 19 of 29 for $186, 0 touchdowns, 1 interception. So far already, this is a much better day for him. TJ Hushmanzada caught from behind as he gets up to the 30-yard line. They're going to hand the ball off to number 30, and Banks, who is quicker than fast, only 84 overall speed, takes it upfield for a gain of 9 and a first down. Culpepper surveys the field, throws it over the middle, caught by Hushmanzada, who's shy of midfield. First down and 10. Culpepper looking, throwing it, caught by Banks, showing off his hands. The 80 overall second-year running back out of Oregon makes the catch right here on a nice ran Texas route. A nicely run Texas route, I should say. That sounds like more proper English. Now they're going to run the ball with Banks again, and he's showing to be a nice, capable back. Remember, LaDainian Tomlinson plays for those Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who we play next week as Thomas lays the lumber to end the second quarter of play. So it's third down, 5 yards to go. Offset eye look, they fake it, they throw it. It's caught. Ashley Lilly brings it in, and the chains are moving for the Chargers. Play fake. Dante Culpepper has a man open. It's Antonio Gates, and the gates are always open as he drags Deontwan Johnson to the end zone. He had 7 tackles last week versus the Browns, but couldn't tackle Gates right there. That's a touchdown, and San Diego is back on top by 3. So 10-7 is the score as the Chargers are lining up through the air. This is our second drive of the ball game. We're going to run that thing with Jackson, and Jackson is going to go nowhere fast, -3 on that play. So we need 13 yards here on second down to pick up a first down. Sims running out of time, rolls left, stops, pops, going to find Steven Jackson again. His pass catching ability has been really a nice surprise. That pass caught by Chad Jackson, and that's going to be a first down for the former New England Patriots. Second down and 10. Sims surveys the field looking for Larry Fitzgerald. He makes the catch. Nice stiff arm. Still fighting for every inch. Keith Bullock with the stop. So we're just shy of midfield. Can we cross it on this play? No, we're going to go backwards as we go down. Sacked on the play. Thompson, who's back in the ball game, gets sack number 8 this season. We're going to fire it to AC Jammer. And AC Jammer gets us across midfield. Third down and 2. Can we pick up a first down? Yes, we can. Why? Because Steven Jackson was left wide open. And that's just too easy. And he's in a contract year. He's a bigger back. We think that the miles are going to get to him with as many miles as he's ran on those tires. But the way he can catch the football might allow us to be like, hey, let's give him a new contract, although he might not be the same player. Looking downfield to Sims. Steps up, throws it. Chad Jackson open. Touchdown Jacksonville. A perfect strike from Chris Sims to Jackson, who has touchdown reception number 6 on less than 30 receptions this season. Like, all he does is catch touchdowns. It's ridiculous. First down and 10. Single back look now for San Diego. Culpepper steps up. Culpepper going down. Sacked on the play by guess who? Hayward. That's number 13 this season. He is the undisputed champ of the sacks in all of my dynasty/franchises. Banks is loose. Banks turning on the Jets. Went straight up those numbers. Got some good blocks downfield, and now the Chargers are back in Jacksonville territory just like that. Williams with a touchdown-saving stop. Second down, 10 yards to go. Single back look, 2 tight ends. Banks to the left side, and Banks going down. That's Evan Lee with the stop there. Third down, Culpepper with some good time, but then he gets hit, finds J.J. Wicks, but he is not going to be able to pick up the first down, so we hold. They got to settle for a field goal. The kick is up, and the kick is going to be good. So MJD going to take this one from the zone goal line up past the 25. Some good field position here for the Jaguars to kick off their next drive. Going to run the ball with Jackson. Jackson like, let me get mine. Breaks a tackle there. gets chopped down by Tillman, but has a first down in his back pocket. Run, young man, run. Now, obviously, there's no guarantee that he wants to stay in Jacksonville. We saw that play out with Matt Jones. We're going to run the ball with Jackson, and Jackson, he's going to pick up another nice gain. Picks up 6 right there. Now, Jake Jackson in the backfield, and he gets stonewalled. Keith Bullock with the TFL there. We're 5 for 5 on third down. Can we keep that trend going? Sims looking for MJD, makes the catch, gets away from Bullock, and picks up a first down as we cross the 40-yard line. Second down, 6 yards to go for Chris Sims. Looks left, fires it to a wide-open Chad Jackson who can't make the catch. So it's third down. We're a good 6 for 6. Sims, like we throw it, is tipped, picked off by the rookie. Jared Kelly gets the pick there. That's his third of the season, a.k.a. his third of his career. So Jared Kelly going to bring our drive to an end. Culpepper going to find Houshmandzadeh. Big hit laid upon him by Albert Prescott. They hurry back to the line of scrimmage. 23 on the clock. Culpepper surveys the field, takes a shot deep, and it's caught. Wicks breaks a tackle and takes it across the goal line. Touchdown Chargers. Culpepper, who comes into today's ball game with 11 touchdowns and 15 interceptions, is looking like an all-pro. Like back in 2001, 2002 when he was at the peak of his powers. First down and 10. Sims looking downfield. Going to throw it. A strike caught by Lewis. Hillenmeyer tried to get a hand on it. He failed. Mercedes Lewis looks to be shaken up. That's not good. But he does pick up a first down that will cost us a timeout. So minute 05 on the clock. Looking for Barry. Barry's like, have no fear. I may be labeled a bust, but I can still play this game. First down and 10. Move those chains. Sims going over the middle. Caught by Fitzgerald. He gets brought down quickly. So 30 seconds on the clock. Sims surveys the field. Looking for Brett Johnson. Incomplete. And our drive comes to a screeching halt. First down and 10. Culpepper has it. Culpepper throws it. That pass caught by Ashley Lallee. Brought down by his ex-Bronco teammate and Darren Williams. And now Culpepper's shaken up as John Henderson is there for the contact. So with the backup quarterback in the ball game, Perkins, they hand the ball off to Charles Banks. He does take it across the 50. So now they might reconsider what they're going to do here as they go back to the air. Perkins pass, incomplete, as he was looking for Lind. So second down and 10 with 5 seconds on the clock. Perkins still in that quarterback, heaving this one deep. It's going to go to the back of the end zone where it will fall incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. So although the Chargers have outplayed us, we are still in this ball game, down by just 6, and we get the football first to start the second half. Maurice Jones-Drew from inside the zone ends on up to the 15, up to the 20, and brought down at around the 23-yard line. Second down and 10, our formation for Jacksonville. We run the ball as they blitz, and the blitz stops Steven Jackson at the line of scrimmage. Sims looking downfield, rolling left, throws it to Fitzgerald, who makes the catch, but gets dropped shy of the first down. So the Chargers take over up by 6. Culpepper fires it to the left side, broken up, tight coverage there. And now looking at second down and 10, dime defense. We send the blitz, they pick it up. That pass caught by Houshmandzadeh, breaks the tackle, avoids the hit stick, and TJ is off to the races. Touchdown Chargers. So just when you thought that the writing on the wall was we're down by 6, we get the ball first to start the second half, let's go take the lead. No, the Chargers increased their lead, and now we're down by 13. That pass caught by Fitzgerald. I guess slow and steady might win the race. Little 12-yard comeback route there. Picks up a first down. Going back to the comeback route. Fitzgerald, another gain of around 12. Make it 15. And another first down. First and 10. Going back to the air. Looking downfield as Sims throws it up. Caught by Mercedes Lewis. And here comes the Jacksonville offense. So I formation now. We're going to run the ball with Jackson. Jackson going to take it upfield to about the 35. Gain of just 2. I formation again. Sims looking, throws it to Larry Buchanan. Larry Buchanan was not one of those guys that caught a pass last week, I believe 7 guys caught a pass, but not him. He gets one here. Sims looking for AC Jammer, showing off his hands, brought down by Charles Tillman inside the Chargers red zone. So we get the ball to Jackson, north and south. Bullock, another tackle there. He might get past 8 like he had last week. That pass caught by Lewis. Lewis brought down inside the 5. A very methodical drive as now Chris Sims is shaken up. So bringing the rookie from LSU, Mike Harris, who we trust, and it's probably going to be the heir to the throne. We're going to run the ball with Jackson. Jackson turns the corner. Jackson gets chopped down, but has a touchdown. So just like that, we do march down the field. It took an extra drive, though. It wasn't a drive to start off the second half. It was our second drive, but we do cut the lead down to 6. So 27-21 is the score. They get the ball to Griffin. Get your fullbacks involved, and that's going to result in a gain of 3. They fake it. Culpepper looking deep. Has a man, and it's going to be dropped. They can't make the catch there. Ashley Lee forgot his hands back in sunny San Diego. Culpepper to the left side, double coverage, and that pass falls incomplete. So our defense forces a 3 and out. Mike Harris still in the ball game. We get the ball to Jackson. Jackson, north and south, playing bully ball with the secondary as Cully is there for the stop. Pick up a vape. Sims back in the ball game. Jackson another carry. He gets hit stick but has enough for a first down. We fake the run there. Sims looking downfield. Caught by Jackson. Had a linebacker on him. And with all that speed, that is a mismatch to say the least. Little Z route right there. Ran beautifully. The linebacker was still there, but as soon as he gets up to full gear, you're not going to stop him. Second down. Looking downfield is Sims. Rolls left. Throws it back across the middle. Nearly intercepted. So we're just happy to still have the football. Third down and long. Looking for AC Jammer, who has Cromartie on him. And he's going to beat Cromartie for a first down. Cromartie's their highest overall, second highest overall cornerback, plays the third cornerback spot as we find Fitzgerald in the back of the end zone. They have Mike Doss on him. That's a huge mismatch. Forget a linebacker on Chad Jackson. Mike Doss on Larry Fitzgerald, it might be the biggest mismatch of all time. Hushmanzada is loose, delivered the stiff arm, and he's going to get caught by the ex-Charger Quentin Jammer. So TJ Hushmanzada almost broke this game wide open. Because if he scores right there, I don't know what we're going to do besides just, maybe say a couple of prayers and hope Chris Sims is really that guy. Second down and 3. I formation now. They go with a play fake. Culpepper gets hit. Jermaine Sanders, another sack. The defense has come to play. Third down and 10 now. 4 seconds to go in the third quarter. Jermaine Sanders back-to-back sacks. That 56 got to remind you of LT just a little bit. Just a little bit. So we get back-to-back sacks by Sanders at the end of the third. They're going to start with a Olindo Mare field goal. The kick is going to be good, and the Chargers are back up by 2. MJD to the 22 and brought down right around the 23-yard line. So first down and Tim going to spread things out. Give it to Jackson up the gut. Nothing doing. Just a brick wall waiting to tackle him. Looking downfield to Sims. Couple of pump fakes. Going to throw it to Lewis. Lewis gets a block from Barry. Turns the corner. Stiff arm. Still on his feet and finally forced out of bounds around midfield. Sims hesitated a little bit but then finally got the ball to Lewis and Lewis then did the rest. He's creeping up on 100 yards today. Second down and 5. They get the ball to Jackson. And JJ is going to pick up a decent gain. Sets up third down and 2. Nice pass rush, but we get the ball back to Lewis there. And that's going to be a first down. Second down and 10. Our formation. Get the ball to Jackson. Hey, the Chargers defense, they ain't messing around. They know we want to run the ball, and they're taking it away. Sims over the middle. Caught by Lewis. And that pass will put him up over 100 yards. The 6'6", 261 6-year vet. That's a lot of sixes, but 7 receptions over 100 yards plus a touchdown from Mr. Mercedes Lewis. Jackson up the gut. That's going to be a solid gain of 5. Third down and 5. Sims surveys the field, throws it. AC Jammer. We thought he could be our second receiver. He's kind of our third, fourth option right now in his career. But when he makes plays like that on Charles Tillman, the talent is still there. We just got to put it all together. Touchdown Jacksonville, and the Jaguars are back on top. TJ Hushmanzada loose again. Breaks another tackle, and then dragged down at around the 45-yard line. But it's third down and 10 now for San Diego. Single back look. They're going to fake it. Culpepper throws it into some coverage, some tight coverage at that, and John Murphy bats that thing away from TJ Houshmandzadeh. Jackson to the left side, lose his helmet. Good thing his melon was not attached to it. Sims to the left side, caught by Steven Jackson, tiptoes that sideline. And it seems like every game he's guaranteed 100 yards. Whether you combine his rushing and passing, or it's just his passing, or it's just his rushing, he's going to get past that 100-yard mark. 2nd down and 5, you pick up around 3. Now it's 3rd down and 2. Sims has a wide open Larry Fitzgerald, and that's going to move the chains. And now Chris Sims is up over the 300-yard mark. So 309 for him on 30 completions, 4 touches, 1 pick. We run the ball with Jackson, and Jackson brought down by Cromartie. And now we're looking at 3rd down and 4. We do run it, and Jackson coughs it up, and the Chargers are there for the recovery. So Hillenmeyer, who leads the team in tackles, gets the fumble recovery here, but it is a challenge from the booth. And they're like, nah, he was down, okay? He was down. We maintain possession. It was 3rd down, so now it's 4th down. We kick the field goal. It's 38-30. So the Chargers need a touchdown and a 2-point conversion with 1:04 on the clock. They find Houshmandzadeh, who's having himself a game, receiving the ball and in the kick return game. Culpepper looking. Culpepper wide open is J.J. Wicks, and that's an amazing play that gets them down to the 25-yard line. 1st down and 10 as they hurry back. 37 seconds on the clock. They throw it up off of the hands of TJ Houshmandzadeh. Would have been an incredible catch if he can do it. Instead, it falls incomplete. So Culpepper has a man open over the middle. J.J. Wicks gets away from Prescott, still on his feet, and brought down inside the 10. 2nd down and goal. 24 seconds on the clock. Culpepper back of the end zone, gonna find Ashley Lilly. They're gonna go for 2 to tie it up. Just 21 seconds on the clock. They snap it, and Banks crosses the goal line, and this thing is tied at 38 all. So 2nd down and 10 with 2 seconds on the clock. Hail Mary situation. Sims looks right. Now he looks back left. He's a deep downfield. We had Jackson on Bullock, but Chris Sims lacks the arm strength to get it to the end zone. So now the game is headed to overtime. The away team gets to select heads or tails, and the Chargers will go with tails, and they're going to win the toss and obviously elect to receive. So we're going to send this one deep. We're going to trust our special teams and our defense to get the ball for our offense. First team that scores anything wins. TJ Houshmandzadeh up to the 25-yard line. 1st down and 10. They fake it to Banks. Culpepper throws it. Caught by Lind, and that's going to result in a gain of 6. Now they spread things out. Nobody in the backfield. Culpepper dropping back. Culpepper looking, Culpepper throwing it, and that pass is an ugly duckling. Affleck, 3rd down and 4. They give it to Burns. Let your 2nd-string running back on the biggest play of the game into the ball game, give him the ball and trust him as he picks up a 1st down. And now Evan Lee with the sack. Usually more of a run-stopping defensive end, gets to the quarterback here, and that's our 4th sack as a team. 3rd down and 13. Culpepper looking under some pressure, throws it to Gates, breaks a tackle, but nothing but teal jersey. Is that teal? Yeah, I guess it is. It's a somewhat of a, I don't know. All I know is there were Jaguars around him. Antonio Gates, he's hurt. We'll be back next week, most likely. Jackson, he runs the ball, goes nowhere fast. So here we go. 3rd down and 7. Sims looking. That pass caught, and that's going to result in a 1st down. 1st and 10, we're going to run the ball with Jackson, and Jackson picks up a gain of around 5. So 3rd down, we need about 6 here. Sims looking, going to find Lewis, who makes the catch. And he got brought down by the face mask by Dansby. Tackle on 5 more yards and a 1st down. Sims looking for Chad Jackson. Makes the catch, and he's gone. They had Keith Bullock on him. You had a linebacker on him one too many times. Last week, Jackson caught 2 passes. Today, he caught 5 for 2 touchdowns and exactly 100 yards. So we win yet again. After suffering back-to-back losses, we win back-to-back games. One versus the Cleveland Browns, another one versus the Chargers. Chargers will most likely still be a playoff team. But all I do know is that this game right here is exactly what the doctor ordered. A close game that we win. That's a shootout. Last week, the Browns offense really didn't scare us. Their defense kind of kept us in check, what was kind of alarming. But today, versus a very good team. Defensively, very good. Offensively, very, very good. And we won a shootout. I love to see that. The Bears, they lost to the Dallas Cowboys. The Cowboys are 9-4. The Panthers travel to Lambeau. They beat the Packers 17-3. The 49ers, they go to St. Louis, lose to the Rams. Rams and Niners both 6-7. You know what happened in Jacksonville, Duval County? Stand up. Buccaneers, they take care of the Vikings. Both of those teams are 6-7. The Seahawks, they can't lose. 13-0. Might go undefeated as they beat the Steelers in overtime 16-13. Jets, they lose to the Patriots. Some things stay the same. Texans, they are going to beat the Bengals 12-6. Chiefs over the Broncos 16-20. The Lions over the Falcons. Lions will pay Manning 12-1 as they win 27-20. Eagles over the Cardinals. Ravens over the Browns. The Bills, they beat the Raiders 34-3. Raiders is 2-11. Saints, they beat the Titans. So the Titans, they lost for the second time, giving us some hope, New Orleans. I appreciate that. The Colts, they beat the Dolphins. And then you got the the Giants over the Skins in Washington. Giants are 4-9. Redskins 3-10. That division is absolutely buns. But here it goes. One of the better teams in the league. 92 overall. Tampa Bay versus 92 overall Jacksonville. The Bucks on a 2-game winning streak. Outside chance to make the postseason. Their defense is hovering around top 10. Offense hovering around top 5. But they're 6-7. Anything is possible. They still have LaDainian Tomlinson, who right now has this team as a top 6 rushing team. We're top 8 as of right now. Got to get our running a little bit better. Last couple of weeks, it's been a struggle, although we've given the ball to Steven Jackson around 20-plus times if you count his rushing and receiving. Anyways, that's going to do it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I do hope that the rest of the day is the best today. Peace, love. High sauce.